So in this we are going to discuss some A to D converters. D to A converters you have already been taught yesterday by Professor D. Bulchandani. So A to D converters is just reverse process of digital to analog converter. A to D means we will say analog to digital converters. It means we already have the analog signal and then we are going to convert that signal into the digital domain so that it can be further processed by our machine, as I told you on the first day, because each and every machine is digital only, so they are expecting the digital signals. So there are many kinds of analog to digital converters. In today's lecture I am going to cover these topics: flash ADC, interpolative and folding type architectures, successive approximation ADC, pipeline ADC, and then just overview of oversampling ADCs, which is especially sigma delta modulator. Next slide, sir. So first of all, let us see what ADC is. So ADC, analog to digital converter. Here I have given the in the first figure A, just refer figure A. This is the block diagram. Here VR is the reference voltage, or you can say the maximum voltage, and ground is the minimum voltage. Means between these two levels we want to convert our analog signal into the digital domain. So V is the analog input, and then the digital output is D0, D1, D2 up to whatever you want. So if this is 3-bit output, it means D0 to D2 you will be having. D0 is the LSB and D2 is the MSB. So how we will convert? So in order to look that, let us refer figure B and figure C. So in figure B, what we have done, V minimum which was 0 and V maximum which was V reference. So those has been those all have been partitioned or divided by voltage division in 7 parts. Okay, you can see these voltage levels VR1, VR2, VR3, VR4 up to VR7. So it means these are the intermediate levels, and corresponding to this, you can refer figure number C as well. There are actually different conventions for ADC. So first let me discuss figure number B and then I will discuss figure number C. So here in figure number B, the first one VR1, this is half of the LSB, means the resistor corresponding to this level is R by 2, and the subsequent resistances are R, and the last one, the topmost, is again R by 2. So actually there will be 7 in between levels, and corresponding to that we will be having 8 digital outputs. So if it lies between these levels, we can see this: if the input VA is in the range VRK is less than VA, and it is less than VRK plus 1. VA is less than VRK plus 1. So what we are going to do is VA is converted to equivalent to K digital. Okay. So for example, VR1 is given. So if in other words I can say, if my VA is lesser than VR1, it means this is corresponding to this all zeros. So likewise, if this lies between VR1 and VR2, it means it is corresponding to 001. And likewise, this VA dash is somewhere between VR4 to VR5. It means my digital output is 100. So this is one type of convention we can use. Another type of convention, I am just giving another example. In figure number C, here we have all RR resistances, and the first one, I mean the minimum voltage is 0, maximum voltage is 1 volt. So since this is 2-bit, so every corresponding to R we will be having a 2-bit digital data output. So for example, any voltage between 0 to 0.2500 we should get. Any voltage between 0.25 to 0.5 volt, it means we are going to get 01. And likewise 0.5 to 0.75 if we have any input voltage, for example in this case V in is somewhere between 0.5 to 0.75. It means V in is corresponding to 10 digital. And likewise, if we have in this range 0.75 to 1 volt, it means the digital output is 1. Okay, so in this fashion we can convert our analog input to the digital input. Next slide, please. Slide number 4, sir.
Okay.
So in this, just refer to figure number B here. The basic idea behind an ADC is very, very simple. We have to generate the reference voltages, which are nothing but the intermediate voltages, which will decide the edge of first bit combination to the next bit combination. So these are VR1, VR2, and up to V to raised to power n minus 1 means when all bits are 1 1, up to that level we will go. We have to compare VA with each of VRI to figure out in which bin it belongs to. You can think of that all these brackets are corresponding to bin, and wherever your V in is lying corresponding to that bin, we will say that this is our format. So this is how we are going to convert the analog to digital. Okay. So next slide, please, sir. Slide number 5, sir. Sir, next slide, please.
I think slide 5 is here.
Slide
yes,
change kar diya hai.
Yes, thank you, sir. Probably it is the delay which is going to take time. So in order to convert analog to digital, we cannot directly put my input, which is sinusoidal or something, and directly will get digital. What we have to do, first of all, we have to go through the sampling. We have to do the sampling. On the first day, we have discussed this circuit where one switch is there and the capacitor is there to hold the output. So in this diagram waveform, you can see that there is a sinusoidal waveform, and the hold means it is the step at that particular instance where it has been sampled. Okay, so this is actually a label. So we will say that this is the sampled signal. So this sampled signal is applied to the analog to digital converter as an input. So I'm going to repeat it that digital analog to digital converter will accept the sampled data as the input. I mean the sampled and hold input, it will be given to the A to D converter. Sir, next slide, please. So why we are going to give this sampled input? So the reason behind this is very simple, because if this is going to change continuously, it means it cannot be monitored by our A to D converter. So if this is constant during the A to D conversion, it means we know that this was the corresponding analog level, and then we will be able to convert that into digital, so it will be easy for us. That's why the sampling is done first. I mean, sample and hold circuit is kept before, and then this is given to the next one, which is the A to D conversion. Sir, next slide, please.
Okay, ma'am, just a minute. Sorry to interrupt you. Sir, now we can control it. Sir, thank you, sir. If you want, we can control it at our end.
No, you got the network or not?
Yes, sir, we got the network. So we can control it. So shall we share now? So we can control it over here.
मुझे भी दिक्कत नहीं है, as you wish, as you say. Okay. I'm withdrawing.
Thank you, sir. So, dear audience, you can type questions in the chat box. We will see the questions after 30 to 35 minutes, and then we will respond. So, you please keep on typing the questions if you have there in your mind.
Okay. I think we are in.
We will see
slide
the
number
slide
6.
number. Yes, sir. Slide number 6.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Just go ahead, ma'am.
So let us have a look at slide number 6. This slide number 6 is showing the various ADC architectures and resolution and the conversion rate. Resolution means how minimum possible this LSB you can say. So for example, there is 1 volt V reference or V maximum and ground is 0. So if this is a 2-bit converter, so in the figure of the first slide, sir, can you please go back to the first slide so that I can third slide, please. Sir, third slide.
Madam, this is third number slide.
So in the third number slide, I have shown figure B and C. These are the different two converters, A to D converters. So in these two converters, the figure number B, let us refer. I hope you are able to see the slide number 3. Everybody, are you able to see the slide number 3?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So in this figure number B, if you see, just count the number of resistors. Take the top one is half R by 2, you can say, and bottom one is also R by 2. So if you will calculate, so R by 2 first one, then R.
Yes, just a wait, ma'am. You are pointing out slide number 3, na?
Yes, sir. 3.
Okay. Just we are at slide number 6. Sorry.
Oh, fine, sir. So at slide number 3, figure number B, let us have a look. Figure number B, if you just take the bigger interval equal to R and the smaller intervals equal to R by 2, then you will find that there are total number of resistors 7. So if you just want to figure out what will be the resolution, so it will be V maximum minus V minimum divided by 7R. Okay, or you can say 1 upon 2 raised to power n minus 1, because 7 is equal to 2 raised to power n minus 1, which is 8 minus 1 is equal to 7. So in this fashion, if you are using the figure B, then your resolution becomes 1 upon 2 raised to power n minus 1. But if you refer to figure number C, just have a look at figure number C here. So let us count the number of resistors. So there are 4 resistors. So V maximum, which is 1 volt, minus V minimum, which is 0 volt, and divided by 4R. So you can say the resolution is 1 upon 2 raised to power n in this case. So this is the resolution. This depends on the number of bits especially. So either it can be 2 raised to power 1 upon 2 raised to power n, or either or it can be 1 upon 2 raised to power n minus 1. Fine. Sir, can you come back to slide number 6 now? Sir, slide number 6.
That's slide number 6.
Okay, thank you. So I hope everybody is able to see the slide number 6 now. Fine. In this slide, we can see there are various ADC architectures and the resolution and conversion rate graph is shown. Conversion rate means how fast that particular ADC is, and resolution means till what friction or till what limit it can convert. It can differentiate between levels. So for example, if you talk about 2-bit ADC, So in figure number C case, it is 1/4, but if it is 3-bit, then it is 1/8. So it can differentiate if there is a difference of 1/8 between two voltage levels. So it can differentiate. So this is the resolution. So there is oversampled and serial converters. These are having the maximum resolution, and the conversion rate is very, very less, because serial means it is going to take one after other. So that's why the conversion rate is less. Another one is algorithmic. For example, successive approximation converters. So we will discuss this. So in this case, the resolution is a little bit moderate and the conversion rate is a little bit higher as compared to the oversample. One is sub-ranging, for example, pipeline. So in this case, the resolution and conversion rate, both of these are okay. Means moderate, you can say. Next one is folding and interpolative. So folding and interpolative, you will be having less resolution, but these are faster, means conversion rate is higher. And the last one but not least, it is parallel and time interleaved. One example of parallel, you can say flash ADC. So it is having the highest conversion rate, but the resolution is very, very less in this case. Sir, next slide, please. So in the next slide, slide number 7, let us have a look, slide number 7. This is flash or parallel ADC. Why it is parallel? Because the conversion is going to happen parallelly. That's why we will say it parallel ADC. Flash means, for example, in the previous days, we have, or nowadays also, when we are going to click our photo, so it is a flash, means very fast. Flash, you can say very fast. So this is having the highest rate of conversion, and the resolution is